Almost 2 years ago, thick rain clouds hovered over St. Michael's in McKinney as we all gathered to remember my son. As we walked the steps of that church and sought out our pews, the sky seemed to shake. No longer able to hold its composure, it gave in and released a heavy downpour. It was as if those clouds tried to hold on to and contain the emotions of a community bereaved. And as with each of us, the sadness was too much, our emotions pouring out with the rain. Inside that dark cloud, I stood before Jack's family and friends and tried to complete an impossible task: to describe the life of my son. I spoke of how Jack lived and the impact he made. I talked about how he faced overwhelming circumstances, how he found new ways to accomplish old goals. I talked about faith in God and fear of death. As I look back at those words that I wrote, I see that what I truly spoke about was inspiration.
The kids are in town for a funeral, so pack the car and dry your eyes. I know they got plenty of young blood left in them, and plenty nights under pink skies you taught them to enjoy. So clean the house, clear the drawers, mop the floors, stand tall like no one's ever been here before or at all. And don't you mention all the inches that are scraped on the door frame. We all know you tiptoed up to 4-1 back in 08.
Welcome to Jack's second annual 1,000 Days Gala.
Every time I saw Jack, every time I saw pictures of Jack, there was a glow on Jack's face. It was very ironic. In the midst of all of the things that he was going through, there was just this beautiful array of glowing that came across Jack's face. This night it's more than just all of us coming together. This night is really about us honoring what Jack gave his life for, right? It's strong like Jack. I really believe that every time I saw his face, I saw the face of an angel.
Inspired by Jack's example and fueled by the generosity of this community, we firmly set the foundation of this charity. Armed with the mission to support families and communities facing childhood illness and to raise awareness for bad disease, Jack's 1,000 Days entered our first operational year seeking out families gripped by an adversity that they would never choose. And we found them.
I cannot fully describe the feeling of hitting a wall when you're trying to save your child, only to have that wall suddenly torn down by people like you. The moment of respite you have all given us is indescribable, and with your donation, it will truly have life-changing differences for Blake. Your generosity has not only supported our baby girl, but has also given my family hope and a sense of community. As a parent, you always want to do everything you can for your child, but sometimes you need help. And knowing that there are people like you all who care enough to give support and to stand with us is a gift beyond measure. As we gather tonight, I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you. Your donations have made a tangible difference in our lives, and we are forever grateful for your kindness and compassion.
Tonight, as we come together to support Jack's cause, I want to remind you all that while the path may be different and more challenging than what we had planned, it is a path still worth walking. Our children show us every day the beauty of Holland, a beauty that is rich, meaningful, and filled with unconditional love. Our fight for Blake will be endless, but I know with this newfound support, she will continue to flourish as she has been. I believe the kindness you have shown us will continue to pour onto other families, and you all will truly make a remarkable impact on so many as you have already done for us and continue to do.
If you could see him now, you'd be proud. Though you think days, yuppies. Your funeral was beautiful. I bet God heard you coming.
somewhere in the world, there is a family that does not believe rooms like this exist. There's families out there that feel so hopeless, that don't believe that there are this many people that are willing to help them. There are families that are going through diagnosis and people are dropping off of their wagon. And I cannot imagine, because look at all of you. There are so many people that you are helping.
Ladies and gentlemen, the work that Jack's 1,000 Days is doing to support families and children with this childhood diseases of all kinds is, the words can't even be explained. When you're faced with the unthinkable, you do one of two things. You either curl up and hide, or you fight. And we're asking all of you tonight to stand behind these families and join them in the fight.
Because of the life Jack led, our family has a new test to measure our actions against. One that asks us if we fought back against the evil and sadness of the world. One that asks if we have loved unconditionally. A test he would be honored for everyone here to use, not only in the next 1,000 days, but for all the days you have left. Did you live like Jack did today?
The kids are in town for a funeral, and the grass all smells the same as the day he broke your arm swinging on that kid out on the river. You bailed him out, never said a thing about Jesus or the way he's living. If you could see him now, you'd be proud, but you'd think days, yuppie. Your funeral was beautiful, I bet God heard you coming. See him now, you'd be proud, or you'd think days, yuppie. Your funeral was beautiful, I bet God heard you coming.
When I stepped away from that lectern at St. Michael's on that rainy day in October, Jack's first 1,000 days ended. But a new bell began to ring, a deep and lasting ping, one full of joy and hope for a better tomorrow radiated from that church. The tones announcing the beginning of Jack's second 1,000 days. Each chime gaining strength and momentum, fueled initially by the pure love of Jack's sisters and the heart of his mom and dad. Each strike grew in force and intensity from the love of his family, and then further amplified by the love of this community. Then intensified by God's love, we all saw the beginning of a new day. We saw the storm clouds break apart, sadness and grief dissipating, pink and orange replaced gray in the sky. The heavy weight of rain gone, only optimism remained, floating on a cool breeze. You can still hear Jack's bell ring. It rings in the hallways of Wee School when a child overcomes a hardship. It rings in your heart when you stand and face setbacks. It carries hope and comfort to those families still in the storm. It called you here tonight. And if you choose to love others unconditionally, it rings from you. So leave here tonight, ringing Jack's bell, and live up to his challenge. Continue to live like Jack lived.
I know they got plenty young blood left in them, and plenty nights under pink skies you taught them to enjoy.